Hey there, I'm some guy. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a tour of my personal Minecraft world. Just simply because, well, on one of my videos, I got a subscriber for ironically promoting Minecraft content. I figured this would be a good segue to also practice recording it with OBS just to see how it goes. So, starting off, we are inside my little beach house. This is where spawn in this world. We're at the second floor of the little beach house. I got a little writing desk, some spare golden armor when I need to go to the nether, and of course this is where I sleep. And if you go up to the roof, this is where I can make a quick getaway in case the environment is uncovered in monsters. And of course I got two sniffers over there. I got a little project that I have in mind for them when the time comes. But we're gonna go ahead and go back into the house, close that trap door, and we're gonna go into the main floor of the house. This is a makeshift little fireplace that I have for my little beach house. Got a little crafting bench, some storage, furnaces, of course, two wolves that you never use. You just let them sit and let them be companions. That's kind of the Minecrafted rule, I guess. And I got a little improvised patio just to also keep the monsters out and also just to admire the ocean view. Right here we got the backyard and the sniffers that I have yet to do anything with. And this is kind of an improvised garden that I have until I move into bigger and better things. Just the necessities here. I got wheat, carrots, potatoes, beetroot. And I got some kelp that I never really use, and apparently it doesn't really work to scoop water out of, so it's kind of a inefficient in retrospect. And I got one melon crop and one pumpkin crop, and a lily of the valley because that's my favorite flower. Fun fact about me. And here is this my improvised shed where I keep additional storage, another crafting bench just because I was just too lazy to bring my other one from back in the house. And down here is all my mining shafts, and all the mining shafts I have coordinated so that they all go through the sweet spots of ore distribution. So there's and for those who don't know, namely, speak of the devil, my mom's texting me right now. There's a distribution map of how the ores are distributed, and each of these little flatter pieces of my mine coordinate to the sweet spot in ore distribution. So for this case, I have a small little tunnel dedicated for mining copper. And if we go further down here, we go into a cave that I found while digging down. And this, I believe, is for iron. Further down, this is for lapis, I think. That might be for gold. And at the very bottom of the world, we have my little, well, it's not really a mine. It's more of a former lava pit. But going down is where is where I would typically mine for diamonds and redstone. So that's the little cave chasm that I've got underneath my little shed. Of course, I just realized there's another room that I need to check out underneath here. Oh, also, this is an improvised awning that I tried to do. They never finished, and I don't think I ever will. But someone on the internet will comment on something. Anyway, this is my little improvised chicken farm. Chicken eggs go in the hopper. They get launched into this little slab, and then when they grow up to be, adult chickens, they burn to the lava, and that gives me cooked chicken and a bunch of feathers. And down here is a basement area that I never got to finish. I was thinking of putting an enchanting section of the house somewhere in one of the corners of the basement. Maybe put some alchemy stands here, just so that I had them. And that is what the house looks like on the outside. I mean, it's simple. Obviously not the greatest Minecraft build that you've ever seen, but it's a starter base. And I made this without looking up a tutorial, so I guess that speaks for something. Or probably speaks for little. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep, and then I'm going to show you the rest of the world. So on this map that I have, my spawn point was somewhere in this little speck of land on this island right here. Now, I could have done, all of my builds, all my farms on this island. That's more than enough room. But what I like to do on all of my Minecraft worlds is that I like to find the 0 by 0 point. That's kind of the sort of official center of the Minecraft world whenever you start a new world. And this little green dot it's where I've mounted the map, which is very close to the center of the world, and that's where I've got all my farms. And if we turn directly from the back, that's all of my farms. Like, every farm centralized in one location. Now, obviously, this isn't done. This is far from done because there's so many farms that you can make in Minecraft. It's not even funny. But this is everything that I've got so far. I don't have any nether warts, but I've already got a good amount of crops already automated. I've already got cactus. I've got the main 4 crops that can be automated with villagers: wheat, beetroot, potato, and carrots. I think this is sugarcane right here. This is kelp. I got cocoa beans. And I'm trying to do some livestock right over here. I got a cow farm underneath here that sears and cooks the cows as soon as they grow into adults. And that's sort of yielded results, but honestly, I need to improve the design a little bit. I tried to do the same for sheep, but the babies don't have the adults have slightly smaller hitboxes than the cows, so I have to modify this farm some so that the adults don't fall in. I'm gonna relocate the chicken farm from my starter base to here, but I haven't done that yet. Got pumpkins over here, and then I've got some land plotted out for future farms. I've got one for the warped collection in the nether, and I think this is going to be chorus fruit if I manage to figure it out. These two, I believe, are both the red and the brown mushrooms, or going to be anyway. These are sweet berry bushes, but in my world, the biome where sweet berry bushes are so far off that I don't have them yet, but I mean, otherwise they're very easy to obtain. Crimson growth over here, melons over here, that this farm needs to be, finished. And I believe all my bamboo's growing right here. And what are you going to be? Sea pickle farm. I haven't even looked into that yet, but I'm planning on doing that in future among many other things. And this is where all the glowberries are going to be. I don't have a dedicated tree farm yet, which is kind of embarrassing considering I've got all diamond tools and armor here. But, you can only... Again, there's so much you can do in terms of making farms that it's a little overwhelming. So this farming section also doubles as a trading hall, or rather a trading tower, more like it. So this bottom floor right here, this is where I do the trades with all of my farmer villagers. They've been maxed out in terms of their trading tables. And if we go to the very back, we have 2 water elevators, one that goes down and one goes up. We're going to go ahead and go up first. So this is the second floor of my little trading tower. And this is kind of the main economy. I have at least one of each on this floor right here, and they're more for economic purposes than anything else, but also their trade tables are so small, for lack of a better word, that, I don't need to have another floor dedicated to each class. Just having one of each is perfectly fine. The only exception is... what are you again? Can you... That's one... There we go. I have 2 toolsmiths, mainly because so I can have, all the diamond tools at my disposal. And if you haven't noticed already, this trading hall also doubles as an iron golem farm, so that not only can they restock their work and get their supplies replenished at the same time, they can also, because the zombie is making them scared, they can spawn in iron golems, which spawns up here or down there, goes in that puddle of lava, and their iron gets transferred into my main storage unit, and it looks like it's time to go to bed again. But yeah, this tower doubles as both a trading hall and a iron golem farm. And I'm surprised that not a lot of Minecraft YouTubers, in fact, I don't think I've seen any Minecraft YouTuber attempt a design like this, because it's just mainly iron golems and trading halls are separate, but I've never seen them consolidated like this. Going on to the third and topmost floor is where I have all of my librarians. And the reason why I have so many librarians here is, well, I need all the enchantments. So I got channeling here, respiration 3 here, and these are all the maxed. I have all the maxed enchantments for these villagers here. On the subject of librarian villagers, if you've noticed, while I was talking about ore distribution, you'll notice that I'm still on 1.20.6, and the current version is like at 1.21 something. I think they're working on 1.22 now. I could be wrong. But the reason why I haven't upgraded yet is because this is the last version before Mojang does all the rebalancing to both the librarians and the toolsmith and weaponsmith, and just the smith villagers. So basically I'm trying to cheap these while I still can. And it looks like I'm already done with that. I don't need to do any more villager grinding, and so I can upgrade my world just fine. But there's one other thing I need to show you before I upgrade. Well, first and foremost, I need to show you the bottom floor of my little operation here. This is where everything automated gets stored. So all the potatoes go over here, iron goes over there, sugarcane goes over here, but it's not as successful as other farms. Kelp goes over here. Just pretty much everything automatable goes in this massive storage unit. Oh, and at the very bottom, and I haven't finished this floor yet, but it's basically I have a mob grinder, a very classic mob grinder from the alpha and beta days. I got some campfires at the very bottom, so that in the event that for whatever reason these mobs survive that 20 block fall or whatever it is, the campfires will finish the job. And once the mobs fall to their demise in that pit of fiery death, their remains resources that get sucked up into this little pipe over here, which then goes into the system here. So it's all very interconnected, very messy at the moment, but I'm very much a function over form sort of guy. Always have been. But I mean, just the fact that it works is impressive. I've never really done anything quite on this scale before. I'm kind of proud of myself, to be honest. Oh yeah, also, the farm does not work on Endermen. Very rarely works on Endermen. I can't imagine why. Something that I need to mention as well, this little central hub of farms, trading, and whatnot, this all encompasses 100 by 100 blocks. So it's a really massive area just to establish farms and, trades and whatnot. Probably more than enough room for what I need. And because the area is so wide, I'm planning on making not just regular beacons, but beacons that have all of the upgrades on them as well. So I've got a beacon that just needs the actual beacons themselves. I already got the blocks in place. I'm working on a second one right now, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to finish after that. All right, so getting off the boat, you'll find a very unrefined little tunnel system to my nether portal. A nether portal which I, would also like to have at the 0th point, just for consistency's sake. And unfortunately, because there's no water in the nether, I have to resort to ladders, which is a very, very slow process. But, anytime now. Yeah, here's the nether hub so far, and if you probably couldn't guess already, I'm trying to do the exact same thing over on the overworld side of things. And yes, that includes the trading hall. So it's still a work in progress, but this is my trading hall in the nether that I'm currently working on. I've already got the 4 main villager automated foods ready to go. They just need to actually be in a item sorter. Same tree, but with warped trunks, or what do you want to call them. Bottom floor is very lackluster. In fact, I just mined this out maybe a week ago, prior to filming. But as you can see, there's there's a hopper system down here that I'm trying to establish. But it's got my, if I run out of food for whatever reason, I'm set in the Nether. Now, as far as replenishing tools with the villagers, I'm not there yet. And here is the trading hall in progress, which I'm not nearly close to finishing up. And if you're wondering, speaking of the Enderman in the room, I have not made it to the end dimension in this this save yet, so I haven't done any progress on that. So I'm not going to give you a tour of that because it doesn't exist yet. I will say also, before I go back into the overworld, the Nether hub is structured a little bit more differently because there's not as many ores being distributed. There's only 2 levels. The bottom level is the netherite level, and that's where the nether portal is going to be. And the top level is where you can mine essentially everything else. Nether quartz, nether gold ore, and all that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this video off here by showing you everything else on this map, just simply because this map is so massive. I just don't want to go through it all. And honestly, OBS is saying I've been recording for 32 minutes. I'm kind of terrified of what the resulting file size is going to be, but that's not important for you to know. So of course we have the very dead center. That's the 0th point of my world. This is world spawn right here. And what I like to do in terms of like points of interest, I like to color coordinate them with banners. So red banners are the ruined nether portals that I have found throughout the world, just to kind of help, connect this massive world together. These cyan light blue ones are the abandoned sea villages, or whatever they're officially called. I don't remember. And I'm trying to rebuild one right here, but it's a very intensive process, as you can imagine, just because it's all underwater and whatnot. And over here at the very far left of the map, I have a desert temple that's just kind of chilling out over here. I went and harvested some sand and resources from that temple, so that was nice. Of course, the yellow banners are where I found distant villages. So I got one over here, and one over here. And of course, there's no banner over here, but I can tell you right now that's a woodland mansion that I refuse to go in, just simply because I'm not confident in my combat abilities. But in terms of a map, I mean, it could be more varied in terms of biomes. I mean, I got the only cold biome is at the very bottom of this map right over here. And then this stretch of island right here is giving me like just straight up Pokemon 4th gen vibes. But the reason why I've stopped here at these very corners of the map here, even though it could very easily expand. Oh. And look at that, it's raining just almost right on cue. I swear I didn't use cheats or anything. But the reason why I haven't ventured out this far yet is because I'm testing out a Minecraft project that I've been visualizing for months, but never got around to, just because, life's a
bork.
So my idea is that you start out on a new world, not on the most recent version, but on the very early versions. I'm talking like 0.0 would be generated on infdev. And then if you can figure it out already, these are the maxed out maps, so that zoom out any further, this is like the biggest the map can get. So this is a corner of a map, this is a corner of a map, this is a corner of a map, and this is a corner of a map. And then, I don't have any item frames, so I'm going to go ahead and show it to you with some more planks here. The only time I venture out further beyond the boundaries of the map in the world is when I update. So let's just pretend for a moment this whole section of map is infdev. And again, just pretend that these are item frames. But just pretend that this extension of map space would be whatever the next update is. I think it's somewhere in alpha. I don't remember, but I have it in my notes. And then if I can just, do I have any more building? Oh, I got plenty of netherrack to emphasize this. And then the map extends further out like so in the next update. So this could be, again, I don't know off the top of my head without looking at my notes, but this could be infdev, this could be alpha, this could be beta. I'll have, like a point of reference on the screen right now to show you the order of events that I plan on taking this series. And it's over ambitious, and it's a lot for one person to do, especially if he's juggling not just life's responsibilities, but also the cooking series that I have working on right now. But it's a project that I've been wanting to tackle for years. I just never got around to, being prepared in every sense of the word for it. Really, the biggest reason that's keeping me from doing this project right now is because my machine can't play the older versions properly. When I install the drivers, it runs, but when I do run it, the colors are like inverted in a way where the world feels alien, and you can't really fix it with color balancing even if you try. So really, that's the only thing that's stopping me from making that series. But other than that, I mean, the scale, the ambition, and the vision is all right here. And I've got like a whole bunch of other notes of what I want to do with this project, but I won't get too deep into it here because, again, I've been recording for almost 40 minutes now, and I'm going to be completely honest, I'm a little tired of doing this world tour anyway. But by the way, I hope you enjoyed the tour. Hopefully the footage looks okay in OBS. Hopefully it doesn't take too much space on my computer. And yeah, I'm some guy. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you somewhere in Minecraft, somewhere making a bad AI recipe. Who knows? Like I said, it's a repository of bad ideas in my channel. Anyway, I will see you next time.